It's a pleasure to serve under your chairship. As we rightly modernise the way that people interact with public services, introducing a new digital credential, I believe, offers real opportunity. I can envisage it making everyday tasks much more convenient, whether that's proving your age, opening a bank account, or completing right-to-work checks. And I can see it doing that in a more tailored and personalised way. I can also see there being quicker remedies if things go wrong, and the possibility of the current digital credentials being lost or stolen. If we had a digital credential, would mean that it could be revoked and reissued more quickly. I would, however, like to raise two concerns that have come through from my constituents quite strongly. The first is about the security of data that people will be required to share. I quote one constituent who told me that they're very fearful about the fact that their data would be put at risk. The risk they highlight in particular is of it creating this honeypot for hackers and for foreign adversaries. My constituents rightly want to know, I think, that the essential information, that only the essential information would be shared for each transaction. That data would be encrypted, I'll make progress, and securely stored, and that the system would be able to keep pace with the many and the evolving cyber threats out there. So people are right to be cautious about handing over their personal data, I think. And they're right to expect a firm commitment from government that will do everything in our power to protect them. So I would ask the Minister for his reassurance on that point. But I've also heard, secondly, concerns from people who believe that while introducing digital credentials is the right step, they're concerned that their elderly relatives or that people with disabilities or people without smartphone access for whatever reason won't be able to participate. And I would also welcome the Minister's reassurances that no one, regardless of whether or not they own a smartphone or have internet access, will be left behind in this scheme. I know that other countries have rolled out digital credentials very successfully. I think the model of Estonia is a very interesting one, where users have a lot of control over their data still. They can see what it's being used for, they can see who has accessed it. I hope that as we look at our options, we will learn from what works in other countries, and we will make sure that we put those same protections in place so that people can remain in control of their personal data as best possible. I know we've got a long way to go in terms of the consultation. I really welcome the fact that that is happening. I would encourage my constituents to feed in their concerns, and it's really important that this lands in the right place. But I'd welcome the Minister's feedback on those points I raise about data privacy and security, and also about digital inclusion in particular. Thank you.